Thomas Frank's arrival at Tottenham Hotspur has brought structure and intensity, even if a distinct style of play hasn't emerged yet. A pragmatic manager, he adapts his system based on the players in the opposition, balancing defensive stability with attacking rotations. In this video, we'll break down what Frank is trying to implement at Spurs, and how his approach could shape their performances moving forward. Thomas Frank has predominantly lined Spurs up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, a structure that tends to remain compact and well organized in possession, specifically through the central areas of the pitch. The two centre-backs hold their positions to provide stability at the base, while the fullbacks are encouraged to push higher up the pitch in order to add width and support to the attacking phases. The double pivot remains centrally positioned, acting as both a defensive shield and platform for ball circulation, where they'll help Spurs control the middle areas of the pitch. Out wide, the wingers stretch the play and combine with the overlapping fullbacks, while also looking to drift inside at times and create overloads, and also passing lanes. Between the lines, the number 10 plays a key creative role, linking midfield to attack and pulling the strings, while the striker operates across the front line, occupying defenders or remaining a constant goal threat. Frank has implemented a largely balanced tactical approach at Spurs, prioritizing the team's overall structure while still allowing the freedom in attacking phases. Rather than forcing a rigid style of play, his system encourages players to adapt in different game states, tempos, and areas of the pitch. Spurs look to remain compact and organized in possession, ensuring positional discipline, while also creating attacking maneuvers through intelligent movement and spacing. This balance allows the team to control matches when needed, but also become direct and aggressive when opportunities present themselves. In build-up play, Tottenham Hotspur operate with a build-up approach, mixing controlled progression with more direct attacking options. They are comfortable building from the back through the goalkeeper, centre-backs and double pivots, patiently circulating possession to draw opponents out of position. At the same time, Frank's side are not afraid to bypass the midfield entirely, with long diagonal balls, direct passes into the striker, or quick transitions to exploit space behind defensive lines. Attacks can be developed through wide combinations between the wingers and fullbacks to create crossing opportunities, while central progression relies heavily on off-the-ball movements, quick passing sequences, and players finding pockets of space between the lines. This flexibility makes Spurs unpredictable, capable of breaking teams down with possession, or hurting them rapidly on the counter. Defensively, Thomas Frank sets the side up with a lower mid block, allowing the team to remain compact while selectively pressing higher up the pitch when triggers are met. The physical double pivot plays a crucial role in protecting central spaces, while also stepping in to disrupt play with tackles, interceptions, and aggressive challenges. The defensive line mirrors the compactness, engaging in central zones to cut off passing lanes, win aerial duels, and prevent opponents from progressing comfortably through the middle. At times, Spurs will drop into a deeper defensive block, compressing space behind the back line and forcing play wide, with all players working collectively to close gaps, recover possession, and limit clear scoring opportunities. Guglielmo Vicario operates as a balanced sweeper keeper, providing both security and practicality in Tottenham's defensive structure. He is comfortable leaving his line to intercept through balls and sweep up behind the defense, helping Spurs maintain compactness when opponents attempt to exploit space in behind. In possession, Vicario is reliable with his short distribution when under minimal pressure, but often he looks to relieve said pressure with longer passes up the pitch, allowing Spurs to transition quickly into attacking phases. His shot stopping is a standout feature, frequently producing critical saves when the backline is breached. The team's back four of Destiny Udogie, Mickey van der Ven, Christian Romero, and Pedro Porro form a dynamic defensive unit that balances solidity with attacking output in Thomas Frank's system. The fullbacks Udogie and Porro are entrusted with the balanced wing-back roles, but with significant tactical responsibility in both possession and defensive transitions. In attacking phases, they push high to create width, support wide overloads, and stretch opponent back lines, often arriving in advanced areas to deliver crosses, low-driven cutbacks, or combine in tight spaces with the wingers and midfielders. At times, one fullback may advance higher, while the other holds a slightly deeper position to maintain rest defense and protect against counters. Defensively, both are required to aggressively engage opposition wingers, block crossing lanes, recover quickly into shape, and contribute to the team's pressing triggers along the flanks. At centre-back, Mickey van der Ven operates as a primary ball-playing defender, tasked with initiating build-up play and carrying possession into midfield when space opens up. His ability to step forward draws pressure and creates passing angles for the double pivots and attacking midfielders, while his accurate line-splitting passes help Spurs bypass the opposition's press. Van der Ven's pace is a cornerstone to Frank's defensive setup, allowing Tottenham to hold a relatively compact shape while still being protected against balls played in behind. Alongside him, Christian Romero plays a more front-footed defensive role, often stepping out of the backline to press attackers, win duels early, and disrupt opposition build-up in central zones. His aggression is balanced with strong positional awareness, while in possession he contributes with sharp vertical passes, switches of play, and confident progression to keep Spurs' attacks flowing. The pivot pairing of Rodrigo Bentancur and João Palhinha form the defensive and structural foundation of Thomas Frank's midfield, providing balance, control, and physical presence in central areas. Bentancur operates as a defensive deep-lying playmaker, frequently dropping into pockets of space during the build-up to offer passing angles and help Spurs progress the ball calmly from the back. His role focuses on circulating possession with simple yet effective horizontal passes, often shifting play towards the flanks to facilitate fullback and winger combinations, while also stepping higher up the pitch during sustained attacks to support rotations around the edge of the box. Bentancur's intelligence and positional movements helps create space for teammates and keeps the team's attacking structure fluid. Alongside him, João Palhinha takes on a more holding ball-winning role, anchoring the midfield with strength and defensive discipline. In possession, he keeps his passing straightforward, recycling the ball into wide areas or occasionally playing line-breaking passes into advanced players when the opportunities arise. Spurs can use him as an extra outlet in the first phase of build-up, although at times they will look to bypass him with more direct progression. Out of position, Palhinha is a dominant presence, aggressively stepping into tackles, winning aerial duels, intercepting passes high up the pitch, and effectively screening the back line to shut down central spaces and protect the defense. The attacking midfield trio of Wilson Odobert, Xavi Simons, and Mohamed Kudus provide Tottenham with creativity, pace, and positional flexibility across the wide and central zones. On the left, Odobert operates as a balanced neutral winger, holding a large share of the team's width, while intelligently alternating runs with the overlapping fullback to attack both the flank and half spaces. In possession, he is a consistent crossing threat, delivering accurate balls into the box, while also excelling in 1v1 situations, where he can beat defenders and create shooting or passing opportunities. His off-the-ball movements help stretch defensive lines, opening space centrally for teammates to exploit. Defensively, Odobert is tasked with tracking back diligently, supporting the fullback and helping Spurs maintain compactness along the left side. In the central role, Simons functions as a build-up playmaker and is the creative heartbeat of Frank's attacking structure. He frequently drops into the deeper pockets to receive the ball from the pivots or centre-backs, and in these areas he can drive forward with intelligence, where he can help dictate the team's tempo with quick combinations. Simons links the midfield and attacks seamlessly, often operating between the lines, where his awareness and technical ability allow Spurs to progress through tight spaces. In the final third, he becomes a major goal threat, making late runs into the box to meet cutbacks, crosses, and through balls. His movements into these pockets of space not only create shooting opportunities for himself, but also drags defenders out of shape, opening lanes for runners around him. On the right, Kudus is deployed as a build-up wide midfielder, blending wide positioning with frequent inward movements to connect with central players. He drifts between the touchline and half spaces, allowing the right fullback to overlap and exploit the wide corridor, while Kudus looks to operate as a connective link inside. In advanced areas, he looks to slip passes into the striker combined with Simons, or drive at the defender to create moments of individual brilliance. From wide positions, he can deliver pullbacks, crosses, or cuts inside onto a stronger foot to threaten the goal directly. Leading the line, Richarlison is deployed as a supporting advanced forward, acting as both the focal points for attacks and key connector between the midfield and wide players in Thomas Frank's system. Rather than remaining static between centre-backs, he constantly shifts along the front line, dropping into pockets of space to link play or lay off passes to runners breaking beyond him. His physical strength allows him to hold up the ball under pressure, bringing wingers in the number 10 into play, while helping Spurs progress into dangerous areas. The Brazilian's aggressive movements in behind stretches defensive lines, creating space for players like Simons and Kudus to attack centrally. In the final third, he remains a constant goal threat, using his aerial ability, sharp instincts, and powerful finishing to capitalize on crosses, cutbacks, and quick combinations around the box. Out of possession, Richarlison plays a vital role in leading the press, closing down centre-backs, forcing long balls, and triggering Tottenham's mid-block pressing traps. The captain for Tottenham Hotspur will be Christian Romero, embodying the aggressive and front-footed mentality Thomas Frank demands from his side. Set-piece responsibilities are shared across key attacking players, with Pedro Porro and Mohamed Kudus handling the free kicks, Richarlison taking the penalties, and the corner duties rotated between Porro, Xavi Simons, and Kudus, depending on the side of the field. When attacking corners, Romero serves as the primary aerial threat, attacking the central zones with power and timing, while Richarlison typically makes aggressive near-post runs to flick on deliveries. The far-post area is targeted by João Palhinha or Mickey van der Ven, providing height and physical presence in order to attack the backstick crosses. On the edge of the box, Rodrigo Bentancur positions himself to collect the second balls and recycle possession, or even take a strike from range. Alongside him, Destiny Udogie will be set up as the defensive cover to protect against potential counter-attacks. When defending corners, Spurs maintain a disciplined setup, with Romero assigned to mark the opposition's main aerial threat. Bentancur acts as the designated post watcher, while Van der Ven and Palhinha protect the near and far posts to prevent direct scoring opportunities. And lastly, the throw-in responsibility typically falls to the two fullbacks. And there we go, people. That is how you can go ahead and replicate Thomas Frank's Tottenham tactics in FC26. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you don't mind smashing that like button down below, it helps with the algorithm and also gets the video out there into the YouTube atmosphere for maybe people who might not know about this channel. And to be honest, if you are new to the channel and you like the content on it, please do consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute most to yours truly. Now, if you are looking for any extra content, I'm talking things like retro tactics or tactics extensions and stuff like that, please be sure to check out the Patreon. The link for it is down below in the description. And again, I make extra content on that other platform. Now, if you're looking for any footballing chats and conversations, also join up with the Brom Squad Gaming Discord, where we chat, we banter, we talk everything IRL football, we talk about FC and all that stuff that does come with it. Anyways, people, I hope you have a smashing goddamn day, and I'm out of here. Peace.